is that when you see somebody on the outside, you see what they're doing, in your perspective, you might automatically assume something, even if it's not related to you. So, one example of this is the example of a man who came to the masjid and he hadn't prayed in the masjid for 12 years. 12 years of not praying a single prayer in the masjid. He finally decides to come back to Islam and come back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so what happens? This man comes to the masjid, he's not dressed very appropriately for the masjid, and he's almost kicked out. He's almost banished from the masjid because of how he's dressed. And the person who almost banished him automatically assumed, based on what he saw, that this man was dressing inappropriately for the salah or for the masjid, and he automatically assumed ill of him and wanted to basically shun him or kick him out of the masjid. And subhanAllah, had this man been kicked out of the masjid after 12 years of not coming to the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, perhaps he would have never returned after that. Perhaps he would stop praying. And so give people excuses, give people the benefit of the doubt. Try to help people, try to understand people, try to seek to know their circumstances, because people have circumstances. Behind every face is a story. And so the same way you have stories in your life, the same way you have circumstances and hardships, and you want people to be understanding and considerate, you should also do the same for your fellow brothers and sisters. And there's something related to this that you should know. If you see someone who on the outside looks like they're less religious than you, so this person might seem like they're not very practicing. They might seem like they're not better than you. They might be committing a sin even openly, and you might automatically assume that you're better than this person. But the reality is, if you assume you're better than someone else, then you have pride. You have a type of arrogance in your heart. And looking down on people is exactly what defines pride. And this prevents many people from entering paradise. And so when you see someone who on the outside externally might not look as religious as you, automatically give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that perhaps they might be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in some other way. They might be better than you in the sight of Allah in some other way. You can give them advice, you can give them nasiha in a very respectful manner, in a private manner, in a genuine, sincere manner, but don't ever assume that you're better than this individual. Because this type of pride is the type of arrogance that Iblis had towards Adam alayhi salam, that ana khayrun min, I am better than him. And you don't want to lead yourself to this type of arrogance and pride, because this is one of the most common traits or characteristics of the people of the hellfire. And we seek refuge in Allah from the punishment of